A 14-year-old Pasco County girl is charged with trying to kill her own family by setting their house on fire. This is video of the fire taken by a neighbor. According to Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nacco, the 14-year-old is a fan of the online series Slender Man. Sheriff Nacco believes the dark online stories influenced the young girl to commit this crime. And that brings us to our next guest, that social media expert, Alex Hinojosa. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Alex is with EMSI Public Relations. He joins us now to talk about this touchy subject. And, you know, I have a 13-year-old, and you think you know what your children are doing online, but how do you really know that they're not in these dark places that could be influencing them?
Many times you can't, unless you're over their shoulder, unless your computer is in a public area, unless you say, hey, hand me your phone, let's go ahead and go through what's on there together, which is great. That's honestly one of the best things you can do. But I mean, look, these days, 40-hour weeks, 50-hour weeks, everything that you're stretched to do as a parent, sometimes you're going to need additional help and tools so that you can monitor, which you should be, what it is that your kids are looking at.
And you did bring along some Aid on Your Side information, which are tools parents can use. There are things out there you can do, starting with something called Net Nanny.
Net Nanny is one of those where it really focuses on the idea of protecting from profanity. Also, too, it monitors social media. But website blocking is something as well. And that, once you maybe get an idea that your kid might be looking at something like potentially Slender Man, and you see what it is, and you don't want that to happen anymore, this could be a tool like this could be something you could use to stop that type of behavior.
Okay, something called Minor Monitor.
This one is actually free as opposed to Net Nanny. With Minor Monitor, what you can do is you can actually go through messages. It's kind of delivered to you in an easy way as a parent, so you can understand the messages, the pictures that are happening on Facebook and Twitter. And again, it's free, so it's something that you might want to look at, again, to save that time so you don't have to peer over the shoulder always.
And lastly, Social Shield?
Social Shield allows not only for Facebook and for Twitter, but some of the other emerging social networks as well, including a Google+. Also, too, kind of old school in MySpace. But again, it allows you to be able to look at what it is that your kid is doing online, and it delivers it to you so that you can see kind of in real time what is happening as they're on these social networks. For example, all of a sudden you could get these clues that they're into these types of dark entertainment, if that is indeed what's happening.
I wanted to talk about Slender Man just for a second, because there was another case in another state with two girls accused of trying to kill a teenage girl because of Slender Man. What is the attraction to these dark online sites?
Well, I got to be honest with you, whether it's Slender Man, whether it's a movie like The Matrix, whether it was a rocker like Marilyn Manson, what attracts teens in that particular time is very tough for me to answer. The problem, though, that we got to remember is that with the internet, now these kids can go and find more information, and they can immerse themselves in this online culture where all of a sudden they're reading these stories, they're caught up in it, the fantasy versus reality line begins to blur, and that's really the bigger picture, no matter if it's Slender Man or anything else, because there will be other Slender Mans in the future. I mean, it used to be Ozzy Osbourne, if you remember, way old school.
Right. So, I mean, this serves as a wake-up call to parents to really track what their kids are doing online.
And just know that you do have the tools available. Sometimes as parents we can
the right.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, definitely the right. But sometimes as parents you can feel like you can feel overwhelmed in this job that you have to do. These tools are available to help you do that job of parenting, which gets tougher every day.
I agree. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate your time today. Thank you.